Hey, what's going on, guys? The Beldam is back for a brand new video, and I'm going to be doing my review of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. The film just came out. This week, so then I just saw it today, and I wanted to I was going back and forth about whether or not I should do a video review of it, or should I do I already did a letterbox review of it, but I wanted to give my overall collective thoughts on the film. But before we get into the review, I should probably backtrack a little and give you a little brief history of, well, my history with the character of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, when I was a kid, I was a very, very casual Sonic the Hedgehog fan. I played the game. Obviously, I played the original Sega game, but I didn't watch I didn't watch the animated series, nor did I really kind of continue on playing the game. But I kind of had a very, very, very low familiarity with who Sonic was and the lore and such. So I'm not going, I didn't go, when the live action movie, the first one, came out in 2019, I didn't just go into, thinking, oh, this is a completely brand new thing to me. No, I knew who Sonic was. I kind of had an idea of who, the character of Dr. Eggman was. I just didn't have, this overwhelming knowledge of it. And so, before this movie came out, before this new one came out, I kind of did a little bit of homework on who these characters and what this world was like, and I'm still learning about it. I'm actually going to be watching the animated series to get a little more history of the lore of Sonic, basically. So just a little back history of that. I'm aware of who Sonic is. I'm not overwhelmed by. I don't have overwhelming knowledge on who the whole lore of it is. So, with that said, backtracking again, I really did like the first movie. I enjoyed it because I recognize it as, even though it's not the first, they give you little seedlings of a Sonic movie. First of all, it opens up in his world, so immediately I recognize the landscapes and the world, and kudos to the animators and the designers of how they built the world, because it looks exactly how it does in the games, to a T. And the stuff when he gets to our world, for reasons that's actually explained in this second movie, that goes back and then talks about because of a character that's involved in this ongoing war between one character and Sonic and the history, and it's just oh, okay, so it wasn't just a meaningless scene. There was actually kind of an impact behind what happened in the first movie and why Sonic had to leave his world to come to stay in our world. Come to our world to stay safe. There's a reason behind it, and I appreciated that. And in this movie, I gotta say this before I lose my train of thought. Oh yeah, the first movie, when he goes into our world, it's kind of this is the building blocks. We get introduced to Dr. Evil Eggman Robotnik, played, of course, by the great Jim Carrey. And before he officially becomes Dr. Eggman in this film, with the red trench coat and the huge mustache, the design we're all familiar with from the games. He just goes by Dr. Robotnik in the first movie, and he's great. But in this one, they let him it's Jim Carrey just exploding. He's completely animated in this movie. It's like a harkening back to 90s golden era of Jim Carrey. It's insane. This man put so much into this performance, and I was just like, I freaking love this so much, because it's like the Jim Carrey that I grew up with. It's like, it's The Mask, it's The Grinch, it's that, like, it's Ace Ventura, Jim Carrey, like, primarily in the facial expressions. He's like, that is so 90s Jim Carrey. And this one, he's like, they let him, like, I think he was kind of on, they let him go crazy in the first movie, but they held him kind of on that leash. But in this one, he just, like, he goes all out. And the first film, it was Sonic, like, he comes to our world, and he's been there for a while, but he's alone. Or he's lonely. And it's mainly, like, him being on his own until he eventually runs into the character of Tom, played by James Marsden. And the two, like, and after that, like, after they get acquainted with each other, and they go on this road trip, and all the while Dr. Eggman is pursuing Sonic and Tom as they try to reach San Francisco, because they have to get the rings back that Sonic accidentally dropped there. So it's basically, a lot of people, like, said that this film, like the first Sonic, was kind of like Hop, because it had obviously Jesus, I just forgot his name. James Marsden. Like, similar style. This film, like, I would say that the first Sonic is a whole lot better because it's better than Hop, because Hop didn't really have a story to it, and honestly, which is boring. This one is kind of like a similar scenario, because it's just James Marsden talking to a CGI character in a car, but it's freaking, at least, like, it's Sonic. So this one has kind of it has like an upper, like, level than Hop did, but side rant aside. If you like my collective overall thoughts of, like, when I first saw the first Sonic, I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. But rewatching it before this one, I appreciated it a little more. I actually had a lot more fun with it than I did in the theater, because I could, like, watching it at home, I could pause and notice little details, so I bumped it up to a 4-star. But I really enjoyed the first one. But Sonic 2, this movie is just, it fully embraces, like, that identity that is Sonic. Again, I'm speaking as a very casual fan, like, I'm going to be watching the show, but I can see that this is I played the games, so I can see this is a very, like, identity of what Sonic is, like, the characters, and we get to see, like, Tails or Miles in this, and at the end of the first one, when Tails comes through that ring portal, I was just like, even, like, as a casual fan, I was just like, oh my god, yes, because it's just like, it was awesome. And then you see this movie, and we got Knuckles in here, played masterfully by Idris Elba, who's, the comparison has been said, he's kind of like doing he's like the Drax of the Sonic world. He's overly serious, and when Sonic is doing, like, his little quips and stuff to him, it's just like he's completely overtoned. He's like dead serious, and I really like that about him. So there's a lot of, like, really, this movie is just, it's more imaginative, is what I'm saying. The first one, this first one had its moments. Like, there was a couple of standout scenes in that movie where Dr. Robotnik is chasing Sonic through like the rings, and they're chasing each other like literally throughout the globe. Like, they go to different locations, and that whole sequence was just, in my opinion, was amazing. I love, like, I think since Doctor Strange, like when they're doing the when Wong and Steven are doing like the sling ring things, and when they open up portals, like whenever I see the image of like portals opening up in the Sonic movie by the rings, and you see like someone coming through them from different like worlds or dimensions or etc. All I could think of is those scenes in Doctor Strange, and especially in Spider-Man No Way Home, when you first see like when Ned opens up the portal and you see like Andrew Garfield's just like silhouette come through, and it's like that with this movie. Like Dr. Eggman, he sends out like a beacon to his location, because at the end of the last movie he was sent to exile as on the Mushroom Planet. So he's like living there and he's like going crazy. His friend is a freaking stone, for God's sake. It's kind of like he's kind of like Wilson and it's not Uncharted. It's that it was that Tom Hanks movie. But you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, you see like he sends out a beacon, and some soldiers from, I don't know what these things are, they come through, and Robotnik, being like the genius he is, he has like all these traps set up to like take him out, so he can like just go through the portal, and then lo and behold, like Knuckles comes out, and they kind of form a bond with each other because they will have a purpose. They want to like take out Sonic, and yeah, the whole movie is just like, it's just like this fun, colorful, imaginative. It goes like completely insane, and at the end, where Robotnik he wants to acquire these emeralds, which I think I'm not sure which came first. I think it was Marvel's Infinity Gauntlet that came before, like there's like a dimension emeralds that they have to collect. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, from the games. But when I saw these things, like the power, all I could think of was the Infinity Stones from the Marvel comics. But there's like it's just so much fun. I really liked this movie, and I liked how, you know, that Robotnik is just using Knuckles, so it's really not a surprise when he betrays them near the end. Spoilers. But you know, it's Dr. Robotnik. Of course, it's gonna be like he's gonna like double-cross Knuckles just to get what he wants. So it's kind of like his, I guess, MO or something. But I'm not gonna try to like. I know I'm well into this, but I'm gonna try to keep this like as spoiler-free as I can, because the movie literally just came out. But you know, if you saw the trailer, you know who's in the movie. But at the end of this, like, there's just like a lot of like, from what I heard, I was like paying as close attention as I can, because I heard there were so many Easter eggs in this movie for Sonic fans, and I think I caught a little bit of them, like the scenes where, like, some of the places that they go when they have to get to like this location, and it's like harkening back to the games and designs and etc. And I was just like, I recognize that. I remember that, but I'm not overly familiar with like the Sonic lore. But nevertheless, this movie was just so much fun, and as we all know, or if you don't know, Jim Carrey said that he was going to either retire from acting, or at least take a hiatus from acting. So this, unless like someone can approach him like a really, really good script, this was kind of like his last hurrah as an actor, and I'm kind of, and this was his last like on-screen presence or his performance. I'm glad that he was allowed to go all out and just unleash all of like the energy he has inside of him, just like one flash bang before he officially like retires. So I don't know. I just thought he was really great in this movie. He was kind of intimidating too. In fact, just like Jim Carrey, like actually was kind of intimidating in this movie, like near the end. But he was still like had that kind of zaniness to him. But I really liked that. What else? I really don't want to say that much about spoilers, because all I will say is just like I really, really liked this movie. And it got me pumped for Sonic 3 because there is a character at the end of... There's a mid-credit scene, so if you go see this, please stay until like the mid-credits. There's a character that's coming, I assume, in Sonic 3. And I won't say who it is. And in fact, I had to do do some research on who this character was. But from Sonic fans, like when they saw who this character was and they were pumped. This was like Thanos, like coming at the end of the first Avengers type of hype. It was that massive. And I'm excited to, when I get more to like the animated series and really kind of understand who these characters are, I'm really excited, because to see what's going to happen in Sonic 3, I don't know if it's going to focus on like humans or not. I think or if like Tom and his girlfriend are going to be involved, or just going to be a movie focused on Sonic and his friends and how they're going to take out this new enemy. And obviously they're going to do they're already talking about doing the Knuckles spin-off series on Paramount Plus, so I'm excited about that. But overall, I really, really enjoyed this movie, guys. I know this review is kind of all over the place, but that's just kind of how my collective mind is. I really want to just talk about it. So, as a rating, I'm going to give this movie the same score I gave the first one after I revisited it. I'm giving this movie a 4 stars, or as I put it in my ranking system or rating system, roads where we're going, we don't need roads. So yeah, that's just my review of Sonic 2. I appreciate you watching. Let me know when you see the movie, what did you think of it? And thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you soon in a new video.